Yo, what's up, guys? So you can see my screen right now. A lot of people always talk about hard skills, and tech skills, and this and that, but a lot of people don't talk about negotiation, persuasion, stuff like that. So this right here was taken from a YouTube video. I basically paused and played the video until I got the information I needed. I watched the video several times. I don't actually remember what video I got this from. It was probably from one of those. What's that YouTube channel called? You know what? Once I think about it, I'll put it in there. But anyway, this is how to convince anyone. And this is basically the key, some of the key things that I took away from that video. So to be practical, if you was coming up against a gay people, let's say you were, let's just say, man, hey, we ain't letting nobody in. Uh, right now, we ain't letting nobody else in. A bouncer at a club, for example, you can say, have you ever made an exception? And they say no. Then you might respond with, would it be possible to make an exception this time? So this is basically getting to the persuasion of talking to people, right? So persuasion is important when you're talking to business owners, when you're in sales, when you're trying to convince someone to even date you. It even goes all the way back to that. Another one is number two, if you can see, is if someone is talking to you and to show empathy, you can say something like, if I were in your position, I'd feel the same way. And don't worry, I'm gonna leave this up here so you guys can take it. I might actually, I might actually see if I can maybe submit some type of document with this so you guys can download and have it for yourselves, so you don't have to go watch the videos. But number three, this is good for when you're in an interview, right? So this is probably when you're maybe in the second or third round. I don't think it's good for like HR. This is probably for the hiring, something like that. Number three goes, after hiring me or someone else, how will you know you made the right choice? And this can probably be a one or two part question. And then you will go on to what would that person have done to make an excellent hire? You can change that if you want to, but that's just some of the verbiage of how it's put. You can say it exactly how it is and use it because this is a tool in your arsenal. And let me know how it works whenever you guys do use it. Number four, I use their name in the request. So obviously, depending on what establishment you're at, they're probably going to have a name tag. So if his name is Chris, for example, say, hey, Chris, have you ever made an exception? Or Chris, or say, Chris, after hiring me or someone else, how will you know you made the right choice? So forth, so forth. So the yes ladder. No, I'm not in sales, but I have studied some sales things because I think sales is important in everything. We sell our stuff when we're going to a job. We sell our stuff when we're dating. Hell, we even sell our stuff when we're trying to get somebody to let us go in front of the line. We're selling them. We're trying to persuade them, right? So this is the yes ladder, right? So this is when you're talking to someone. This can be used in sales or even in the dating scheme. You want to have that yes ladder. So is this the correct number? The person might say yes. Is this the correct address? They may say yes. You have typically want three for this to make it more effective. So if you were talking to a female, for example, and maybe she looked Hispanic, or maybe you just seeing she was interested in dancing, you might say something like, "Where we're at 5'8", we're right here, 5'8". Have you ever heard of salsa dancing? They might say yes. Does it seem like something you like? Okay, they say yes. Would you like to go with me sometime? Notice they're saying sometime, not saying when, they're saying sometime. The next one is, why don't you give me your number? This Wednesday at 8 p.m. There's a class and open dance after that. And then, as you can see right here at the last one, you ask the actual question on the third one. When you get to that third phase, that's when you want to, hit it on the head and ask what you really want to ask. And number six is using the word because. This goes back to what I was saying. For example, hey Chris, but no, you ain't gonna know. That's for the bouncer scenario. You're not gonna know. So let's say we're in who doesn't have who doesn't have all those open self checkouts. Okay, let's say you're at Walmart, for example. This is hypothetical because I know that we have all these self checkouts, right? So hypothetically, let's say you're there and you're trying to check out. There's like six people in line, right? They got carts full of stuff. What you would do is say, hey, you think I can go ahead of you? If you say that, they're probably like, hell no. But if you say, hey, I have to pick up my daughter. Hey, can I go ahead of you because I have to pick up my daughter or son from, from school or from the doctor? Or hey, can I go ahead of you because I have to take such and such to the doctor? Using that word because goes a long way. It's very powerful, actually. Example, if you're in a job interview and they say, hey, why did you leave your last role? I left my last role because that word because is very powerful and can go a long way. So man, this is just something y'all can use. I know a lot of people are putting out courses and all type of videos of how to do, how to exploit a buffer overflow and how to do Active Directory enumeration and exploitation and stuff like that. But I like to touch on stuff that other people don't talk about, which is this is broad right here. You can use this in any field you in, no matter what it is in your personal life, your work life, even with your friends. If you don't believe this information right here works, because I use it all the time. I have this memorized. I've looked at this several times to have this memorized to use. You have to know it to be able to use it. And the more you read it and the more you use it, the more you will see the results that it gets you. So man, this week today is January 30th. Hey, after you take a look at this, don't hesitate to actually go out there in the world and use it. Use it on your girlfriend, your brother, your mom, your dad. Just be able to see that you can get results from using it. And once y'all do use it and see that you made some progress, let me know down in the comments, y'all.